What did the inventor of the synchronized machine gun call his female parent? Mother Fokker. I've been waiting to tell that joke for over 50 years. But it's a difficult one to work into conversation, and it's not one you can just blurt out. You need the right set of circumstances for that to even be close to funny. But this is the second video I've done about this plane. Not necessarily a series or anything, but I really do. I love this Fokker. And now watch this first match especially if you want to pay attention. Notice that on that very first guy, I knocked my prop out. I knocked my front engine out. So the rest of this little killing spree is going to be with only one motor working. I'll show you how much at its battle rating, this thing is pretty tough. That second motor being one behind the other, the odds of you losing both of them to either a collision or to fire enemy shooting at the same time are really slim. It's a lot safer than a configuration where you have twin engines on like booms like a P-38 or anything else like that, or even on pylons under the wings like a Red 88 or planes of that nature. So this plane and the D.XXIII both share that configuration, and they both have that same strength and the ability to continue flying, and usually just enough hopefully to get yourself back to your airfield so you can repair, which I do several times in this plane in this series of little clips that I've got. But not only that, I mean, you can still continue fighting. I have the one kill. That makes 3. Now we're still doing pretty good as far as speed wise. It could be, there's 3, that makes 4. Should be dogfighting him, but I don't have any choice right now. And yeah, they got me. Still 3 kills after getting the rear engine knocked out. I should have just flown to the airfield, but that might have been one of those maps where you don't get the airfield unless you capture it. That guy took a lot of killing. To me, this plane is just, it probably is one of my, I'd say 3 favorites. And I'd be hard to guess which one of those planes. I'm not going to tell you all of them right now, but one of them is the I-185 M71, simply for its speed, its climb, and those 3 Shabak cannons. It's kind of a one-trick pony. Where this is fairly maneuverable, fairly good rate of climb. The roll is nice. The rudder, what little bit I use it, is good. The elevator authority. The only complaint I've ever really had of this plane is it's not quite fast enough. But if it was faster, it would have to be a higher battle rating, or because it's sort of a little bit OP as it is. Some people will tell you. I think it's just right myself, but then I love it. So me, of course, what feels okay is going to feel way different for somebody else. I just recently got my over 100 in air kills with this thing. I don't play it much, but when I do, I play it pretty good. Overall, I have, I think, exactly a 3-point kill ratio. I'm not bragging, but you can, I played it, she's done me right. I've got a lot of 6 and 7, and now I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little foreshadowing. There's an 8-kill match in this too, which for me was my personal record with this plane. She's just solid. I need to play the Russian Yak-2 cab for comparison. They're both battle rating 2.3 in arcade. I love the cab. I just don't play it enough either. My biggest problem with the planes or the tanks both is I try to grind out so many things and get it all researched and stated, but I don't spend a lot of time with any one particular vehicle and ever really get to the point where I'm decently good at it. She's just a good bird. She's definitely an oddball as far as looks. I mean, in real life, the only thing that kind of looked like it was a Cessna. They call it a Sky King or a Sky Caravan, or there were a couple different ones that were similar. Only they were high-wing monoplanes instead of low-wing monoplanes. They did have the twin boom configuration like this, with the rudder running all the way across, like more like a Fokker G1 or Aqua 189 or E38 Lightning. But with the push-pull configuration like this, it's got a lot of advantage. If you bump somebody from the front, like I did in that one match, or you lose your engine in a head-on, you've still got that back one to get you home. Almost blew myself up there. She's a pretty tough bird too. There are several times I've made it all the way back to the base and repaired, with at least part of a wing missing, or rudder's gone, or elevator gone, and one engine. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of playing vulture there. A kill's a kill. I don't think he was in any danger of pulling out of that, but and then I do dumb things like that and not pull out of the way in time, or at least roll out of the way. Since she's got a pretty decent climb rate when both engines are running. She's just a joy. I mean, the convergence of the heavy machine guns and the two in the nose. I mean, I only have 4 machine guns. She's pretty lethal at its BR. Now, like I said, there's certain things that you've seen me earlier in this video, have to shoot and shoot and shoot to take out a B-34, but those tend to be a little hard to kill anyway. It's a tough old Lockheed. I should have kicked in the flaps and finished this guy. But sometimes in the heat of the dogfight, I found the guy. Only after his gunner beat up my engine, and now he's backing me to death from behind. But I like this lineup too. I have the GM1 Fokker, and the D.XXIII also in my lineup, which I have a fair number of kills in that thing. Even as obsolete, it's real maneuverable. But boy, you gotta pack something to death with it. Machine guns on it are, it's got, I think, 4 of them, but it's kind of difficult to knock some things down sometimes. But that's a given with anything with those light caliber machine guns. I don't think I've faced a Yak 2 cab with this, or vice versa. I think that would be an interesting matchup. I think the advantage would probably be slightly with the Yak because it's got the 20 millimeters and the 2 machine guns. But just from what little bit I remember playing the Yak, they're very similar as far as performance was. I think its biggest fault too is it just could stand to be a little faster. Maybe I could do some kind of a head-to-head comparison. That might be something worth watching. Yeah, I'm picking at scraps. And it plays good up high. It plays good down low here in the trenches. Ooh, that was close. D.XXIII just about took me out. There's 6 kills. I like that silly decal I got on there with the monster's mouth and the eyeball. I recently joined a group of like-minded individuals. Got out of that old crappy squadron I was in. And the guys in Saucy, Worcestershire, Tattooed Freak, Balky, some of the other guys I still got to learn the names on, but they're wonderful, wonderful. And I think actually being in a somewhat known squadron with some pretty decent people, it encourages me to play better. So I don't, even if my guys aren't watching, there might be somebody I'm flying against that knows somebody that's in my squadron, or it just encourages you to try to do a little better. There's that little Fokker, and it's a ball by itself. I've had a couple 6-skill matches with it. I kept this footage in here just to show you the end screen when the battle's over. It's a good cleanup plane. There's 12 with 2 deaths. Nothing amazing. And yes, it's only arcade, but there's no damn shame in arcade. And that's another thing. Flying with Horsey, who's Forflander pilot on YouTube, it's taught me that, play what you want to, have fun. Don't worry about what anybody else says you should be flying. If you want to fly arcade or realistic or simulator or whatever you want to do, as long as you're enjoying it, nothing else really matters. Play and enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Don't stress out. Don't sweat the small stuff. I'll be 64 here and actually tomorrow, if I get this posted in time. And one thing I have learned, 2 things. Old Indian proverb, don't sweat the small stuff. And everything is the small stuff. My other great bit of wisdom, my own, and it's sometimes in life you have to eat a shit sandwich. And when you do, take real big bites and don't chew. That's all I got for you. That and all women are crazy, which my dad told me when I was, probably started telling me that when I was about 3. And He was right. You just got to find the ones that's got the crazy you can live with. Well, we're almost to the end of this, and I'm going to be quiet for the last little bit. If you stuck around this far, if you can give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I seem stuck on 6 kill matches with this thing. I love making these videos. I love keeping these little clips and analyzing stuff, and it keeps my old brain, busy and engaged, and hopefully not rotting. I try to keep my brain as wrinkled as my face is getting. What do they say? What's it? The smooth brains, or actually the dumb ones, or the ones that's got Alzheimer's, old timers, or whatever that's called. See, I think senility runs in my family, but I'm not sure. I don't remember really. That's a joke. Arr, arr, arr. I love this plane. I may have to do a third video later on. Maybe next time I'll actually have some better footage. It'll be something worth watching. There was 8 kills without dying. So I had to land once or twice in that one, but I finally added a little something to my custom photoshopped paint job here. You can see it on the tail. I usually do that to any plane I really like. I give it a somewhat customized paint job. Usually just with my in-game name on the side. Sometimes my dog's little avatar that I made for her. Della flies along. Yeah, she's on this one. She's on the side of this one. She's my co-pilot in real life, so she deserves to be a YouTube star. That one wasn't real bright. I fed myself to that guy. And there we have it. We now are at the end. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to try to make someone smile today.